What's poppin'? I'm Sharif, and welcome to The Cup Full.
Hey, yo, breakfast tonight, fool? Yeah, pull up. Welcome back to another episode of A Cup Full. Now tonight, I got a very special guest, my best friend. How we say Instagram name again? Because if I say it, I'm gonna fuck it up. Extraordinary
underscore V.
Okay.
Yeah.
Veronica, my best friend. I was gonna fuck that up. I told you I was gonna fuck
People fuck up my normal name. It's too many syllables. It's a lot of syllables. It's a lot.
Christopher. No, Christopher 3.
Yeah, Veronica like 7.
Like 17. Oh, that nigga V.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. After the first time, I'm like, hey, V. I'm like, yeah.
I like normally say that shit like, yo, V coming to town today, some shit. Yeah, I'll be fucking that shit up. Okay. Anyway, so I would like to welcome you guys to another episode of Full Cup. No, I think it's called The Cup Full.
Yeah, you should know the name of your podcast.
Yeah, man, you know it's really hard to fucking like keep saying the shit right way, because it be like a full cup is the normal way to fucking say it. And it's like 9,772 motherfucking podcasts. It's called A Full Cup. A full cup of hope, full cup of jazz, a full cup of Jesus. It's a lot of
I seen all that when I looked up on the podcast. I was like, oh. And then I followed one because I said, oh, this sounds interesting. So then I was like, I'll follow you.
So whoever that is, she followed.
I did.
No, man. I'd like to welcome my best friend, man. And tonight, we're coming in with exclusive secretive information on the makeup game. She got all the fucking tea, and we're here for it. I need you guys to pull out your teacups, burn a little oil, light a candle. She's gonna shake this shit up. You ready?
Are you done?
No, I'm done. I'm fucking done. Listen. Anyway, man.
All that was so unnecessary.
That shit was unnecessary shit. I know. I don't give a fuck.
And I get the name of the podcast. The Cup Full of Shit.
Cup Full of Shit. I said that on the first one. I was like, there's gonna be a cup full of shit. I'm gonna be
bullshit.
Oh my god, bro. Okay, so I would like to give you guys a little goddamn, like, first of all, B is a fucking beast at makeup, okay? Let me tell you, the first fucking time I seen it in the worst way was when we were at fucking Pyramid Music. And we did the Halloween shit, and I was like, you fucking did the makeup on me as a white
Y'all, I turned Dez into a white. Dez had this crazy ass idea. I don't know. I guess white people was getting on his nerves that year or whatever. Dez said, you know what? You know that Martin episode?
Fucking white Mike.
He said, I want to be him, but I want to be like a modern version.
I had a skateboard and shit.
You did? You had that wig on? I'm so mad I never got a picture of this shit.
Man, we walked out that fucking shop, bro. And motherfuckers like, what the shit? I had makeup all in my beard, bro. That shit was hilarious as fuck.
That shit was so fucking funny.
Oh my god, that shit was fucking dope.
We had so much shit we ain't got like recorded or nothing. But damn, that should have been one of the times we should have recorded.
Oh my god.
That shit.
I tell people about this shit, I'd be like, bro, you know I was like White Mike, skateboard. He's like, what the fuck? No, that shit was hilarious, man. But nah, man, I got down. We did that shit, but I've seen her like fucking progress into like a fucking beast, bro. Like,
Thanks, man.
yeah, that shit has been like amazing to fucking see your progression and shit like that, dog. Like, as far as even in the business period, man, it's just like out doing goddamn weddings and shit, and it's been like, but you've been in the game longer than me, though. Like when I met you, you was doing it already.
Yeah.
So you got some time.
I got some time, man. That shit is crazy. Like, when I think about it.
When you see the Instagram post I had posted with that picture from the studio, that was like 2015, like that was like 8 years ago, 9 years ago. Like, dog, wait a minute. Like, nah, bro, you've been doing this shit for a long fucking time.
For a good minute.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
So let me ask you, dog, like straight up, like, how did you get even interested in like doing makeup?
Well, so like back in high school, this was like in the beginning of like YouTube days, real beginning. So a long time ago on YouTube, there was makeup artists on there, but they were like old school makeup artists. They were like makeup artists who did makeup in Vegas, who did like runway makeup. And so this is where you was learning things from, and they were trying to teach you tricks for like to kind of do your everyday makeup. So I would sit there all day on the weekend and I would just watch these videos. I was like, this shit was fascinating to me. So then I would like gather what little makeup I had, and I was like, yeah, I might start doing this. So I would start doing like, it was one guy that I followed that did Vegas makeup. So I would start doing like the theatrical, like lining my face. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is how you blend. And those little techniques, those little things kind of teach you like the basis of stuff. It's really extreme, but it teach you, okay, this is how you blend. This is what it means to blend. This is why you use this brush, and how you certain pressure will get you certain results. So experimenting YouTube, and then like I remember one day this lady I know, Simone, shout out to Simone, she approached me for her engagement photos, and she was like, "Can you do my makeup for my engagement photos?" I was like, "You want me to do your makeup?" She was like, "Yeah, your makeup always looks so good."
Right.
And I was like, "Okay, I'll do it, bruh." Then I thought it looked good.
Right.
If I see that picture today,
that's
I'll probably scream.
Progression.
Ooh.
Exactly what progression is, dog. Because every time I look at like my old paintings, everybody be hyping me up like, "Oh man, this was good." Bro, go back and look at that. That was terrible.
Yeah, you're like, whoa. Did I know what I was doing? Did I know what blending was? Did I know what placement was?
I had no idea what the hell I was doing at the time.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
That's progression though, bro. That's progression. Like, it's when you first start in the game, bro, with anything that you're doing, like you're gonna always look back and be like, well, I was trash as fuck. Yeah, no. So let me, being that you said that shit, what have been like the biggest challenges you faced since you've been doing makeup? Like the biggest challenge?
I guess for me, staying consistent. Like, I'll be on a running streak, and then sometimes I'll be like, all right, I need to kind of take a break. I need to take a little breather. Sometimes too, like having consistent clientele, that's kind of been a big thing for me because I move around a lot. That's just my thing. I ain't ashamed of it.
Right.
That's life. So it's kind of hard to like, you might build up a clientele and then I kind of lose it with moving. So, I mean, those have been like my biggest challenges, but luckily I still have managed to overcome in a sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, I do the same thing. I move around a lot and shit like that. But I think even with consistency though, and running a business, bro, is really hard. Yeah. It's really hard. Though. Yeah. And then it's kind of a saturated thing too, because a lot of people do it, and you're trying to maneuver in that space and shit like that. So it
gets exhausting because you're trying to like separate yourself from the pack. Like, oh, let me do this. Let me put out this type of content, or let me do this video or something. Like, it get really exhausting, and it's just like, all right, you know what? I don't want to do anything.
So, like, as a MAU, and for a long time, bro, I seen people like post that, and I was like,
bro, in the beginning, okay, this was a long time ago. Somebody had came up to me and said that, and I was like, a murder. I said, what are you talking about? And then maybe like a few weeks later, I was like, oh, they were calling me a makeup. Oh,
idiot.
Yeah, I'm a dum-dum.
Somebody said, it was like, I'm like, and I was like, That's like a job place in Augusta where they like.
Yeah, when you go to the place.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's cool. That's what you do.
Yeah.
No, bitch, I do makeup.
Nah, I do makeup. Like, oh.
No, we talked about this earlier, but how long have you been in the industry, bro? Like professional wise, how long has it been?
At least 11 years. Yeah, because I've been doing. Nah, I ain't gonna tell my age, but at least 11 years. Hey. Yeah, at least 11 years.
Oh yeah, that's bad. Yeah, you got to be. Yeah, you was doing it like before. Like when I met you, you was already fucking doing it.
Yeah.
You already had your hand in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
When it comes to like the makeup game, the industry period, bro, like what are like the things you do to stay relevant, or like when it comes to the latest trends and shit? Because you know, with every industry, everything like changes, like yearly and shit like that. So what do you do to stay like current on the latest trend?
But I love like Instagram it can be a lot. Like social media in general can be a lot. But between YouTube and Instagram, I get so much inspiration. Like you just like 1 year, like now it's like I follow a lot of African makeup artists because they're really good, and I love how they do like their placement with the products and stuff. I love how they do it. So I get like sometimes I might follow like MUAs who are like runway, and I'll look at certain things that they do and like try to emulate. Like it's like taking bit pieces from everybody,
Of course. Yeah.
and then like seeing how everybody else do it, and you're like, okay, and then kind of making your own spin on it. So like Instagram helps me stay up to date, YouTube helps me stay up to date, following certain people, unfollowing certain people, because certain people don't go with the trends.
They
so
stay stagnant.
Yep.
They don't move.
Yeah, I had one makeup artist I love to death, but she would. At one point she just wouldn't do her brows a certain way, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I had been following her since MySpace, and I was like, it's time for me. I'm gonna go.
Learn enough. It's time for you to progress.
Yeah.
That's what that
Yeah.
is. That's what that
You
is.
no longer serve me. It's all right.
Yeah, you served your fucking point.
Yeah.
Now it's time to move on.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
I've been in situations where some of my favorite artists,
I bet.
and it's just like, he going through something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and I take my time, bro. I take my time. I'll take a year off. You done seen it. Now I'll take a break. Hey, because I'm not progressing. I'm fighting this. Like I'm fighting.
Yes.
I'm just not. It's not like me flowing and doing
Yeah,
my
it's not
shit.
easy coming.
Yeah, I'm just fucking fighting.
Yeah.
I'm just step back, gather myself, and you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And that's progression, 100%. But you know,
100%. Because that year off, it's like when you come back, you be so inspired. You be like, oh, I got it now.
And that's the point. So like, when it comes to like adapting to those changes, and like, what are you doing for yourself? Like you said, like, you know, you're unfollowing people and stuff like that. But as far as like, when it comes to like with the industry standard, like, are you like moving towards like more of the industry stuff, or are you like finding a way to like bring your style into the industry?
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
So one thing I do to like stay progressive or whatever, I buy new products.
Okay. Yeah.
I do a lot of research. I see what other people are saying. I'll buy it first for myself, see how it works, see how I feel about it, and then I buy it for my kids. That's one thing that's really changed the game for me.
Okay.
Trying new products and like 100%, that's one thing. I changed like my foundations, and then like when I started doing makeup again, I was like, oh my God, it'd be different. It'd be different. I was like,
the shit get better. Do you like when you change when you're doing what you're doing? I heard you say earlier, like, there's different levels to this shit.
mm-hmm.
Like, there's runway makeup artists, there's fucking like wedding makeup artists, and like, so like, can you explain like what's the difference? Because I know, like, as an artist myself, like, there are portrait artists, there are fucking like artists that do fine lines, straight lines, shit, oil painters and acrylic painters and stuff like. So there is a difference when it comes to, it's like, the bitch finna go to the club tonight, she's gonna do like, is drag
Well, drag is like a whole nother category.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, because it's drag. From what I would say, this is just my perspective. It's like performance art because most of the times it's super dramatic. Most of the time it's something. It's so like it's so extreme sometimes, and not in a bad way. It's just they have to pull out their features because they're on stage, they're performing. You know they wanna, and then too they have to hide their masculine features to look more feminine. So it has to be more
So do
dramatic.
You do, like when you're doing makeup for like a photo shoot, like or like you're doing makeup for a wedding, are there different techniques that you use to do those?
100%. So for like a photo shoot, right? Depending on how long it's gonna take or depending on what we're doing, I don't have to make that makeup last because more than likely I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
So I'm there to touch up, I'm there to change, I'm there to do, like especially if we're doing multiple looks, I can do like one look, like a natural look, and then just build on top of that. Wedding makeup, you got but wedding makeup, no, it's completely different. You have to actually incorporate. I mean, you have to incorporate skincare into like photo makeup and stuff too. But like, what you really got to go into skincare. You really got to prep the skin really good so the makeup lasts and it looks good throughout the night because it's just not about. I'm not gonna be there. And then two, you know, when you're taking pictures, I'm there. I can touch up and it's quick. The wedding, it ain't quick. You there all night. They sweating, they kissing, they dance, they doing all this stuff. It has to last through all that. So you have to really make sure the products that you're using are long lasting and all of those good things.
So in that space, like when it comes to like different things you've done, have you ever done like film, TV? You know, I know you've done weddings and stuff like that. Have you ever done any other thing outside of weddings?
I haven't really done anything. I had a friend recently ask me to come help him do some. He had a character that needed to look like she was dead, and I came and helped with that. Yeah.
I've seen.
I wish I could have. I didn't really go into full detail with it because I didn't like have because she even had like a bullet wound, and I was like, dang, if I would have had my I had like some special effects stuff that I could have made. I didn't have it with me. I was like, man, I could have really went in, but you know, but the thing too. When it comes to TV and stuff, you have to have a certain kit. Like your kit has to be, your kit has to be completely, because sometimes you have to have special effects makeup in your kit for TV and film. You never know what they ask for. And then most of the time, from what I understand with TV and film, is men and women. And it's everything with the face. So a lot of makeup artists have clippers because they have to.
Okay, so like, who, like, in the game right now, like, who is your favorite fucking makeup artist? Like, who is that person that, like, just inspires you to be better, or, you know what I'm saying? Or who is that person that you just, since you've been in the game, that's the person you've been, like, a fan of?
It's a lot of, I don't want to say like a lot of people, but Pat McGrath is one of them. Okay. I cannot say her name. And I don't want to mess it up. I can't say her name.
I won't say it either.
I don't want to mess it up. But I used to work at the Brow Bar benefit, and this was like before she, and I don't want to discredit her or anything, but it was kind of before anybody really knew who she was. She worked with Benefit to develop a brand new brow products a while ago. And I was like, who is this lady? And then I started following, I said, oh my gosh, like she does amazing like photography makeup. It is amazing. Pat McGrath, because she does a lot of celebrity makeups. A lot of celebrities have so much respect for her. Okay. She recently did, I don't know if you know who Kat Graham is. She did, so Kat Graham has a really bad history on some of her TV shows because she's been on The Black Girl on the show and they did her dirty. Pat McGrath recently did her makeup and she started crying. She was like, this is the first time I felt comfortable.
So that's where I was gonna take it to too. I was gonna ask you, man, like, I've seen a lot of bullshit when it comes to like, even with hair, when being on TV and shit like that, and things like that, but even in makeup, like I've seen like, these are like these top model motherfuckers and these people in these places where they should be like these top professionals, and then they get on a darker skin tone or some shit like that, and it just be terrible as fuck. So like, are there like spots where you just know, like, when you see do you work on certain tones let me see, how can I word this shit? So when it comes to skin tones, period,
Mm-hmm.
100%, like there are different levels into like using the contour or using just any fucking thing when you're doing makeup. Are there different levels to that shit?
100%. Like, I feel like if you're a makeup artist, you're a makeup artist. You should be a makeup artist for anybody.
Yeah. Okay. That's it.
If you feel like you're not strong enough, you need to speak up and say that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go and get help. So my thing is, I mean, and then too, a lot of makeup artists, not a lot, let me just say some, just to be politically correct, some, they will get in one lane and stay in that lane. That's their lane. They don't learn nothing, they don't do nothing different. They stay in that lane. And as soon as something come and disturb that lane, they don't know what the hell to do. Because they ain't never got out of it. So instead of being diverse and diversifying yourself in your lane, you mess up.
Right.
So I mean, I just feel like as a makeup artist, you should be able to do any type of face. I came from the world of working in the stores, so I had all type of people coming up. I had people who wanted to be 2 shades lighter than what they was.
Yeah.
All right, well let's do it. I ain't about to argue with you.
That's hard though. Like,
Yeah.
That comes with like just fucking practice. Period. Like that comes with like understanding the customer. Period. I've seen a lot of motherfuckers like when it comes to art. Period. Like dealing with their customer. Like, so do you have this? Do you struggle with like doing your thing and being creative, and then satisfying the customer too?
Yeah, sometimes I do. Yeah, that's definitely something I've struggled with. Sometimes, of course, anybody that comes to you as an artist is going to trust you to an extent, right?
Right.
But they are, especially when it comes to wedding, and that's why I understand. You're going to have some say so because there's a certain way you want to look on your wedding day. That's cool. We can work around that. But to a certain extent, they trust me. To a certain extent, I'm like, but that's fine. Like, I work. You're my customer. You're my client. I'm going to work with you. We're going to get you how you want to look. I want to make sure you feel good, look good, so you have a good day. Now, I've had other clients who like, do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I trust you. I love those clients, and I promise you that'd be my best work.
Yeah.
No shade to nobody else, but just letting me be and doing my thing, bro, that'd be the best
that's with
work.
Every creator, bro. So you don't ever feel bad about no shit like that.
No.
Because when I go through the situation of somebody telling me like, "Yo, I trust what you do. I don't want to hire you to do this. Do your thing. These are the ideas I have. All right, cool. I'm gonna do my thing."
Mm-hmm.
My best work comes out every time. If somebody just over my fucking shoulder and be like, nah, and I want this, and no, I don't look like that. And I'll be like, bro, you look like that.
You look like
that.
I've had people, which don't intimidate me. It's cool, it's fine, because I want to make sure I do it right. But I've had people hold a mirror while I do their makeup. That's fine. You can do that. That's cool.
I can see that.
Because I don't want you. I don't want you to be like, no, we're not doing all that today. You seen what I was doing. We're good.
At one point, if you don't like it,
say it.
And I've been through that shit, boy.
Bro, this was a long time. This was like when I first got started. I went to the MAC counter because that was the thing to do. Mm-hmm. And it was this white guy that worked there. He had told me something. He was like, "It's makeup and wipe off." I said, "Damn!" Like that shit just blew my mind. Yeah. And ever since he told me that, that's all it's makeup and wipe off.
Wipe the fuck off.
And I'll start over.
Yep.
It ain't gonna hurt me.
It ain't gonna hurt you at all. Bro.
At all.
Oh, that's a good ass advice. I think I work with a whole bunch of shit. Like, bro, I wipe this whole fucking canvas out.
And start over.
Bro. It's no big deal.
It ain't no big deal.
Man. No, that's good.
Yeah, that was good ass advice.
So let me ask you something. Do you have like I know Veronica did that shit. Do you have a fucking signature style? It's something that you do that, you know what I'm saying? You put your little signature on with everything that you fucking do. Is something there that you fucking do?
I don't really know.
You don't know?
And sometimes it's something with the brows. Like sometimes with the brows on certain clients, when majority of my clients, I always like try to keep it like matte. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I kind of like that look. But then sometimes I'll put a little shimmer in there. So I don't really know if there's like a signature Veronica look. I have no idea.
You think you're going to work on it? think something you're working on? You think it's something that
I think I do have a look. I'm just not aware of it.
you just not probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is. Yeah. Like I definitely probably have one, but I don't know.
Okay, so you've been in the game over a fucking decade. See, you ain't looking at it like that. You just said a number. You ain't looking at it like that. It's been over a fucking decade, G.
Damn.
For real. So you've been in the game for over a fucking decade.
Mm-hmm.
I need you because, okay, so you remember when we sat on the porch and I talked to you about Sharif House of Pain?
Yeah.
Right? And that was like 5 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
And, you know, now that shit is like on point now that we there and it's gonna happen and, you know, we got everything together. Like, I want to ask you, like, do you have any advice for like any young person or just anybody that's want to get in the game? You know what I'm saying? And do you have anything that you could like give them to like just like start this shit, or just like if they're already started, you know what I'm saying, to move forward and keep going?
I think my advice would be like, you know, work on your craft, do your research, definitely reach out to other makeup artists, ask them, because I mean that's something that's another thing that's helped me a ton. Reaching out to my fellow peers and asking them questions, asking them, how do you do this? It helps you grow so much. And even like collaborating with another makeup artist and just like, hey, can I sit in while you do a face? Like those things help. Like, and then too, YouTube, I didn't start on YouTube, but I mean, YouTube is such a great help. And it's a whole catalog out there. And two, like if you're a young man, you can reach out to me. I'm cool with that. I love helping people. Like it's nothing.
I'll put your contact information in the video too. Okay. I just feel like you know, you're dope as fuck. You've been dope as fuck. It's one picture that I have in my phone that's saved as your contact. It's a look that you did for like Halloween. It was like a galaxy. Like, remember that? It was like
I did like half the face. Yeah, I was gonna bring that back this year, but then I was just like,
that shit was fire.
I want to do like my hair and everything. And I was like, man, I ain't got time for all that.
That shit's fire.
I'm gonna do it again.
You know what's crazy though? Like,
I want the contact too. I want like a white out contact on that side. Yeah, that would have been crazy.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
I was looking at that, man, and just realizing like, the older we get with this shit, man, it's just like we don't. I want to make sure like the things that I'm doing, like they mean something or some shit like that, like in my form of art. Like I don't want to just do what I was doing back then. Like when I was coming up in the game, bro, I was just painting to be painting. Paint some shit. Like, now I want to do something with my shit. Like I want to actually fire. It's funny.
That's like for me. Like that's why like my page is under construction, guys. But I kind of like shifted gears. Like I was doing anything. I was doing prom makeup. I was doing going out makeup. I was doing. I'm like. I just want to be a wedding makeup artist, and I can do like I don't mind doing prom makeup, but I would much rather.
Who fucking Kelsey, Donnie. Remember that shit? You didn't do that shit. Who the fuck did that?
Damn.
Who the fucking did that?
I don't know who did that.
Ask her for you to fucking do it. Oh, we'll just cut that out. Did you not do that? All right.
Cut this shit out. Oh shit! I done shot at somebody else out. No, hell no.
But no, man. I remember like me being in a situation where I'm thinking about like I want to progress in what I'm doing, and then it was like I don't want to be the person that you call to do shit. Like, I want you to paint a picture of my auntie or my grandma. And I'd be like, man, I don't want to do commission shit no more. I want to be the artist that you buy what I'm doing. Everything that I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're buying that shit.
Once you're doing it for a while, you're like, all right now. I got my stripes in the game.
Yeah, I'm in the game.
Now y'all playing with me. Now I ain't about to come out here and put some eyebrows for you. Nah, man, I ain't about to. Can you put some lashes? Oh no, I'm not doing that.
in a space now where we good, bro.
You ask me for some lashes on, yeah, it's gonna be $100.
Yeah, bro.
Talk about your business, yeah,
And you know what's crazy about this
So
shit?
you bother me now.
With this whole shit, man, with the service game. Because it's a service. It's
It
when you're
is.
creative and you're getting paid to be that creative in the service game, bro, it's so difficult. It's difficult, man, because
It is.
people don't understand what comes with the shit. Like the preparation, like buying into the shit and the time. Like, I'm making you pay for the time I learned to do this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What's that saying? Somebody said that, like, you're not paying for. Dang, they said something. I can't remember what they said.
you're just not even paying for, like.
If it took me 2 minutes to do it, I'm gonna still charge you that, because regardless, you're not paying for that. You're paying for my expertise.
Yes, bro. Like, it took time. Like, you don't wake up in the morning and be, well, you know, sometimes somebody, you know, these motherfuckers wake up nowadays
And just go.
So it's more like I spent so much time building this shit and doing this shit, bro. You're also paying for that.
Yeah.
You're paying for that because you can go to somebody else and do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that result that you get from that shit, it ain't got this touch.
It ain't. And then two, the level of customer service do not be the same. That's another thing that you're paying for. You're paying for customer service. Somebody else could be better than me, but they stink. They don't wash their brushes. They don't clean their palettes.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, they good, but they don't wash them brushes.
You're gonna be breaking up.
You try telling them you want something different, they're gonna tell you no.
And I've seen, now I can say from my point of view, I can say from my point of view, I've seen motherfuckers that's in the game, just even around the area that we're at, that has the same exact look on every person. Like, every person looks the exact same when they do their makeup, bro. Like, and I don't do makeup, but I noticed it. Like, bro, you're not working on, and this is what I learned too. Like, even when I'm doing tattoos or whatever I learned, like, I'm bending on that customer. I'm bending on their facial features, their movements, the way their body shape and shit like that. Like, it's a custom piece. And so, do you feel like when you're doing makeup, it's custom, right?
Yeah.
It should be custom. It should be to that person.
Yeah, 100%.
You can't do the same eyebrows you did for the other. I've seen that. Seen that shit, bro. I've seen that shit 100 times.
But you know, really, people feel like that's their signature thing.
Yeah, I will. Okay.
See?
Huh? Yeah.
That's why I be like, I don't know if I have it, because I don't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I try to, like you said, I make it custom. I try to change. The thing about for me about makeup is bringing out people's features. If you have beautiful cheekbones, I'm gonna try to bring that out. If you have beautiful eyebrows, I'm gonna try to bring that. If you have beautiful eyes, I'm gonna try to bring that out. It's not about this is, copy, paste. It should be about.
And that's the difference, bro. That's the difference.
That's what they pay for.
Yeah.
That's what you pay for.
I mean, I don't know, man.
I don't know either. I don't
know. But I get it, though. I understand it, man. Like, when it comes to this service shit, man, always remember, like, when you got certain people that's up here in the game, you know what I'm saying? And they have, their hands in the mix of, like, how the shit is changed as far as the progression of the game, the trends and shit like that. And people look for what they have. They look for everything that they're doing. Like, when somebody comes to me about an art piece and they want it in that style, I have the choice of not, either, I'm gonna paint it like that, or be like, I've been doing it so long that now, no, bro, you go to them. If you can't get them, I'm not gonna paint
like
their shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit don't belong to me.
Right.
I'm gonna paint shit on my end. You know what I'm saying? You just give me, and I like the fact that in the industry that you're in, that you know the difference. Like, when you were speaking earlier about, okay, there's wedding makeup artists, there's runway makeup artists and shit like that. I had no idea about that.
Yeah, it's different.
I had no fucking
It's
idea
different.
about that.
Even like television and film, it's completely different. Like I said, they have to have everything with the face is for the makeup artist when it comes to television and film. So they have to have trimmers to trim the beards. They have to have scissors to like trim faces. They do everything. So it's a whole different ball game. Now, granted, I feel like a lot of makeup artists can transition into those spaces because you have the base of what you need, but it's completely different. Yeah.
So let me ask you. Can you tell us what is the next thing that you're working on? Like, do you got anything coming up? Is there any plans that you have that they can know about? Do you ever think about doing like makeup classes?
I have done makeup classes. I do like online makeup classes. I enjoy those. Those are fun.
Remember that fucking, what was that? What school was that? What's that fucking school here in Augusta? Where you had spoke.
Oh, Virginia College?
Virginia fucking College.
Yeah.
That was fire.
Yeah.
I got pictures of that on fucking Facebook, bro. That was fire.
Yeah.
Like, who else came to that?
It was just, I don't know. I don't remember. It was probably somebody you knew.
I'm just wondering. I ain't gonna say
Ain't no we.
Don't say that.
Ain't no we.
Ain't gonna say that name.
Ain't no we.
No.
I don't know.
It was one of my bitches.
Yeah, it was one of your bitches. It was.
Oh my god. But no, bro, I remember that shit. So like, do you got anything like coming up though, man? Like anything that you working on?
My page is under construction. I said it earlier. I am working on some stuff. I'm trying to get some content out. You know, trying to work on my wedding business, trying to build that. So yeah, working on content, trying to build my wedding business, collaborating with other makeup artists. Those are the things that I've been working on. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna put all that fucking information as far as contact information in. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can contact me and shit like
hit me up.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you fucking coming out tonight and kicking it with me, man.
Man, it's no biggie.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate that shit, dog. Because I'm kind of tired of talking to myself. So it's been great. It's been great talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
Because
that last interview got a little scary.
Yeah, that shit was fire, bro.
It's fire. But the way you talk about it is very scary.
I have no other choice but talking about it like that. How else am I supposed to talk about it?
I don't know, man. You could say me, myself, and I. That's what you could say. But you keep referring to them like they're different people.
Niggas.
It's very creepy.
Oh, fuck you. Anyway, thank y'all so much. It's so much, bro. Oh my god. Breathe. Yo, fuck you. Thank you.
God don't like you can't even get your fucking words out. You still can't get it out.
No, wait. I gotta drop a goddamn sponsorship for Pop. Wait, so hold on. Now we gotta be serious.
Pop's Diner.
No, my bad shit. I gotta do this a whole different day.
You gotta do it a different day.
Fuck you. But look, thank you guys for tuning in tonight,
Thanks.
man. And thank you, Veronica, for
What?
coming through.
What's my name? What?
Veronica. Thank you, Veronica, for coming. No. So, I can do this shit 50 times and just cut this shit.
I really hope,
bro.
yeah.
But don't worry about it. Oh, fuck. I gotta calm down. Do I need to cut that? No, I'm not gonna cut that shit.
Nah, man, that Pop's Diner was funny as fuck.
I know somebody is gonna hate this shit when they see it. Because there's a motherfucker that just knew I was never ever gonna see you fucking again. And they watch my shit. I know who watch my shit. Them motherfuckers gonna be sick. Yep, I'm gonna be goddamn TS right now. Know you watching, loser. But listen, thank you guys for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Again, I want to thank Veronica for coming through, man. And fucking
No
with us,
problem,
man.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
All
this
good.
has been a fucking
This is so great.
Yeah, dog.
This is so good. This is an amazing interviewer.
I'm alright, bro.
Like, you might want to go to the Breakfast Club. Because I heard they looking. And
fuck you. They ain't finna hire the country ass nigga that drink a lot.
they already got one country ass nigga.
That nigga. That South Carolina ass nigga.
Boy.
Oh my God. Well, thank y'all for tuning in, man, and fucking with your boy, man, on a cup full.
On a cup
Oh, is it a full cup? It's a cup.
I don't know what. This is.
It's one of them.
I need you to figure it
But
out.
it's
a cup full.
It's fucking a cup full.
Thanks.
But thank you guys for tuning in. Fucking with y'all. Love y'all so much. Oh God, real fucking funny as shit, bro. Did I turn it off?
Hilarious.
I didn't even turn it off.